A tukra means a little piece, a small little bit. And when we have a bowl, which is a short one, it is called a tukra. Now, to learn the meanings of the various technical terms used, a bowl is the generic name for a composition which involves rhythmic phrases. A bowl which is a small one is called a tukra, and a bowl which is big, which has many variations, is like a bouquet, is like a bunch, and so it is called a toda. Again, bowls can also be classified according to the sound syllables. Tukras and todas are named so according to the structure of a bowl. But when sound syllables determine the name of the bowl, we have natwari or nach bowls, we have parans, we have paramelus. But any of these types of bowls, when they are really very short, are called a tukra. Some scholars are of the opinion that a tukra must just cover one cycle or one avartan of a tal. And others do not mind if the tukra covers more than one avartan, but everyone feels that a tukra should be a very short rhythmic composition. We will learn a few tukras in this lesson. We will perform them in madhya lay, because vilambit lay, being slow, is so long, even if it covers one avartan, that finally, when the bowl is recited, it becomes a long one. So if you begin reciting Trital in madhya lay for me, in the second avartan, I will recite the tukra for you. Would you like to recite it? Very good. Now, in this tukra, structurally it's a tukra because it covers one avartan. But the sound syllables used were ta, thei, tat, and again tig, dha, dig, dig. In the next tukra, you will have some more sound syllables. So first, recite Trital for me, then you will hear the bowl, and then we will find out about the sound syllables. Tig tha dig 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 tha dig dig thei 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 kran tha kat tha dig tha dig 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 tha dig dig thei 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 kran tha kat tha dig tha dig 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 tha dig dig thei 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 kran tha kat tha. The new sound syllable that you have is kran dha, kat dha. These are not a part of the Natwari or Nach bowls. They are a part of the syllables used in Mridang. But even then, because the structure is a short one, we are calling the bowl a tukra. Now, a third tukra. Again, you will keep trital for me. Very good. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are again the counts for the gap or the pause. You saw that all these 3 bowls just cover one cycle of trital, and so the structure determines that they are tukras. But by themselves, they are different types of compositions. Like in the first one, the tehai came towards the end in tat, the thei, tat, the thei, tat, the thei. So the major part of the bowl was just repeated, or not repeated, recited once, and the tehai came at the end. In the second tukra, the tukra resembled the tehai, and there was no pause. And if a bowl does not have a pause, it is called bedam, or without a pause. But the entire tukra was like a tehai with 3 equal parts and no pauses. Now you can say, then why is it not a tehai? Well, it can easily be called a tehai, but as I had said, the tehais in Kathak are generally done with a focus on footwork. Here we will be dancing with the hand and body movements. Then in the third one, the tehai came towards the end, like tigdha thei was just recited once, and then kran dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ta dha. That part was the tehai, and there was a long pause also. So these structures can be of various types, but they all cover one cycle of trital, and that is why they are called tukras, just short pieces. I had told you that in Kathak, the technical terms are sometimes from Sanskrit, sometimes from Persian, sometimes from Urdu, and again from just common Hindi. And here tukra it means a very simple thing, I mean just little piece. And so we have these tukras, which are short pieces, but they are danced with a flair, and they are very, very striking on the stage. So we will learn how to dance the tukra. So for the first tukra, if you remember, we had tat, tat, thei. So we will do tat, tat, thei with the hands. And the feet are tat, tat, thei. But when we are doing it in a motion during the performance of the tukra, we can raise ourselves a little, both the body as well as the toes. Ta ta thei. Then dig dha dig dig thei. We are going around. Dig dha dig dig thei. Dig dha, we are opening the hand. Dig dig thei, we are pulling the hands back. And we have to make 5 distinct sounds with the feet. Dig dha dig dig thei. But when doing it fast, even if the tapping sound is not heard, the sound of the bells must be heard. Then ta thei ta ta thei, a thei ta ta thei. Ta thei ta ta thei, a thei ta ta thei. The hands open in this way, from like almost going towards the back, then gradually opening up. Ta thei ta ta thei, a thei ta ta thei. Again, when doing it fast, instead of doing 2 movements, you can do ta thei ta ta thei, a thei ta ta thei. But the feet have to be okay. Now thei ta thei ta thei, thei thei ta ta ta. This you had learnt in the Amad, in the second Amad. Remember? Thei ta thei ta thei, thei thei ta ta ta. Then ta 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 ta. You take 3 fast chakras, and in tha you come to the sum. Now previously I had said that usually the sum is like this, but then over the years new poses are being added. Dha. This usually looks very nice after a chakra. So if you recite the bowl for me, I will do it for you, and then you will do the bowl. Would you like to try it? Yes. Do you like the bowl? Yes. Good. Now, the next tukra. Remember, it began with a tig dha dig dig, tig dha dig dig. For the foot, we will have the same tatkar that we did in number 3, moving the feet forward and backward. Tig dha dig dig, tig dha dig dig. Tig dha dig dig, tig dha dig dig. And for the hand, it will be the urdha hasta chakra. Now, if I'm doing it at this side, my body will turn a little to this side and again a little to the left. So it is tig dha dig dig, tig dha dig dig. Then thei thei thei, again a chakra, thei thei thei, thei thei thei. Krandha katha. Now for this, look at the feet. I'm raising myself and coming down with a jerk. The left foot is just going up and down, but the right, the heel is being pressed and the front part being raised, more like a little kick. So, kran. And the 2 sounds don't come at the same time, just a fraction of a second apart. Kran, dha, kat, dha. Dha is right foot, kat, dha. Right, left, right. So, if you recite the bowl for me, I will do it for you. Now for Kran, I'm using the pushpak movement. But just as Kran comes with a jerk, so instead of doing this at a leisurely pace, I'm just bringing it down with a jerk. And remember, in this tukra, there are no gaps. It is a bedam tukra. So, you will now do it. Very good. Now we will come to the third tukra. And for this we have tigdha, tigdha, thei. And for that I am going around with a tapping sound of the feet. Like tigdha, tigdha, thei. As I'm going around. Okay? So the chakkar, tigdha, tigdha, thei. Then Kran tha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ta tha. Kran tha. Kran, as you learned just now. But here, from the pushpak, you don't open both hands or you don't bring down both hands. This hand goes outwards and this comes down. Kran tha. Kran tha. Then 1, 2, you maintain this pose. 3, 4, 5, you go round. Ta tha. From the upper left corner, you come down to the right corner below. Okay? So if you recite the bowl for me, I will dance it for you. Would you like to do it?
Yes.
Come. Tigdha, tigdha, thei, kran tha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ta tha. Kran tha, 2, 3, 4, 5, ta tha. Kran tha, 3, 4, 5, ta tha. Very good. So now you know 3 tukras, and I will be very happy if you perform the tukras for me. In the traditional style of Kathak, you will recite the tukra and then perform it. थे क्रांत था 1 2 3 4 5 धा धा क्रांत था 1 2 3 4 5 धा धा क्रांत था 1 2 3 4 5 धा धा. Excellent. Now, I had said that a tukra is a small piece and a toda is like a bunch or a bouquet. Todas are usually complicated rhythmic structures. Now, there are some bowls that are not completed within one avartan or cycle of trital, but again, they are not complex or big enough to be called a toda. We will learn these bowls. Some scholars call them tukras, but we are more interested in dancing them rather than in classifying them. You had learnt the tukras, and these tukras have jodas. Joda literally means a duplicate, but it's not a duplicate, it is some bowl resembling another bowl. So, you remember the last one? Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Now, this is a joda. Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. We will recite it together. Okay? Tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Tigdha, tigdha, the, krandha, kadha, krandha, kadha, krandha, 1 2 3 4 5 da dha. Now for this, tigdha, tigdha, the is the same, but for there are 3 krandha kadhas instead of 1. So the first one will be from the left, krandha kadha, then right, krandha kadha, then again krandha, and then the rest is the same. So actually there are 3 krandha kadhas, left, right, left. If you recite the bowl for me, I will do it for you, and then you will do it for me. Okay? Now you will do it for me. I'm really very happy. So now not only do you know 3 tukras, but you also know a joda of a tukra. Up to now, we have learnt quite a few things. We know 3 amads, 3 tehais, 3 tukras, 1 joda of a tukra, and also tatkar. So please practice these at home, because you have much more to learn. You have to learn todas. Remember, these are complex rhythmic structures, and in order to be able to perform todas, you have to be very agile, and you have to know how to dance the previous items very, very well. And then we will come to parans, which are bowls in which the sound syllables are taken from the mridang. And there also we will be using powerful movements because the bowls themselves have a power even when you're reciting them. Then finally, we will come to Thaat. Although Thaat is performed more or less at the beginning of a performance, I will teach it last because Thaat is very delicate, very subtle and very complex, in which the fingers, the wrists, the shoulders, the neck, eyes will all be involved in subtle movements. And it is much easier to perform quicker movements. But we will learn Thaat when you have mastered the earlier items.